Welcome back to MDL Crochet. The stitch tutorial we're going to learn today is a stitch from 1890. It is called the Afghan knot stitch. Of course, back then, Tunisian crochet was called Afghan crochet. And this stitch shares a similar name to another Tunisian stitch called the Tunisian knot stitch. Now, the Tunisian knot stitch and the Afghan knot stitch are done two different ways. So please do not confuse the two together. The Afghan knot stitch is a very old stitch. And to see how to do it, let's get into it. This stitch is worked up in multiples of 4. So I did a chain of 20. You're going to go ahead and pull up your foundation row as we normally would in Tunisian, and that is by using the back chains. So you'll skip this one, go down, and start putting into the back bumps and pulling up your loops. And once we get to get all your loops pulled up. And once we get all of our loops pulled up, then we'll do a standard return pass. So I'll see you at the end, and we'll start doing the standard return pass. Alright, I'm pulling up my last stitch now. So let's go ahead and count. You should still have your initial chain number, but you can never go wrong counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I still have my 20. So you're going to yarn over and chain 1, yarn over, and then you're going to just start pulling through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2 all the way down to the end till you have only one loop on your hook. Alright, I'm pulling through the last few right now. So this is a 2-row repeat. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up our loops as we normally would with Tunisian simple stitch. And we're going to go all the way down until we get to the end and do our normal end. And then things are going to change. Okay, we're at our end, so just normally just drop down, fold over, and pull up your loop. So that is our forward pass done. So this is where it's going to change, because we're counting the bottom row, the foundation row, as 1, row 1. For this stitch, it counts as row 1. So you're going to chain 1. And so you just pulled through that one, and then you're going to pull through one more. So you pulled through 2, and that is the normal, how we would normally do it. So I'm going to do that one more time. You have your loop up, fold down, pull up your loop. So you're going to drop off 2 stitches. That's what we need. We need the end stitch gone and this stitch gone. So you're chaining 1, that stitch is gone. Yarn over and pulling through 2. Now that stitch is gone. Now this is where it changes. We're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Now we chain 3 again. So chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. yarn over, chain through 3, 1, 2, and 3, yarn over, pull through 2, gotta get it just right, 1 and 2, and then yarn over, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, yarn over, pull through 2. That is the repeat. Yarn over and pull through 2, 1 and 2, and then yarn over, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through 2, 1 and 2, yarn over, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then yarn over and pull through 2, 1, 2, yarn over, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through 2, 1 and 2, yarn over, chain 3, 1, 2, slip that, and 3, yarn over, pull through 2, 1, 2, and you should still be left with 3 loops on your hook. You're still going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, yarn over, and pull through 2, 1, and 2. And that's what your hot mess should look like. And it is a hot mess. It's wavy, and you name it. So what we're going to do is you're going to pull up a stitch right here. Just a normal simple stitch. So now you have 2 on your hook. Now you're going to go behind your chain. Go to the next stitch because you can see it right there. That's where you need to go. You're going to do a simple stitch. And then you're just going to pull it up. Because you're forcing this knot or this chain in front. Go to the very next stitch. Do a simple stitch. Go behind the chain. Push it forward. Go to this bar. And pull up a simple stitch all the way behind. Pushing that chain forward. And then do it again on the next stitch. And then push forward, find your simple stitch, pull up a simple stitch, and there you are. And then go to the next stitch, do a simple stitch. So what you're doing is you're going behind this chain. You're going behind it, going into this simple stitch spot, this bar, vertical bar, and you're pulling up a simple stitch that's behind the chain, and you're pushing the chain forward. And then when you're locking it into place when you do the very next one. And you can see the chains. That is the Afghan stitch from 1890 called the Afghan knot stitch. I really like the way it looks. It is an older stitch, like I said. And I think it comes out really, really cool looking. And just remember, always go behind and through the chain loop that you made. And then pull up your normal simple stitch and bring it back behind. Because that's how you're pushing the chain forward to create that knot. And it is a yarn eater. This stitch is a yarn eater. But it's a stitch that hasn't been used in, oh my goodness, how long? And so on this last one, we're going to handle it all the same way. And then when we get to the end stitch, you're just going to do your normal end closure. And it's a normal return pass. So yarn over, chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2. But before you want to do that, you may want to count. Maybe you lost a stitch. Maybe you dropped a stitch. Because sometimes it'll look funky. And you just got to make sure you did it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. I have my 20. So we already chained 1. Now we're going to pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2 all the way down to the end till we only have 1 loop left on our hook. So now we got the knots, but now we need to do our row of simple stitches. So you just go ahead and pull up your simple stitch, and you'll see exactly where you need to go. All right, we're down at the end. You just do your normal end. There we go. So we have all of our stitches up, and you can see the knots. You can see how they work it out, and they do look like knots. All right, so now we're going to do our return pass, and we have our row of simple stitch right above it. So this is where we do our knot return pass. So you got your loop up on your last end, right? So you chain 1, yarn over, and pull through the next one. So now we got 2 off of our hook. Now we chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over and pull through 2. 1 and 2. And then you're going to yarn over, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. And that is the repeat for the return. And then you're going to yarn over, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Then chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then yarn over and pull through 2. 1, and then another one. Then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to pull through 2. 1 and 2. And you should have 3 loops left on your hook because you still got to do your chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2. 1, yarn over again, and there you go. And then it's the same exact thing. Pull up a loop because you got a vertical bar right there. So you still need to pull up your loop. And then you're going to do the vertical bar behind the chain. So you're going to move your chain forward. Take your needle, push your chain forward, and go to that very first vertical bar at the end of the chain. Try not to split. Yarn over and pull up that loop behind the chain. Then go to the very next one and pull up your loop. And that is it. That is and remember, after you push your chain forward, You got this vertical bar you got to get into and pull it to where it comes behind your chain. So your chain is always in front. You're pushing that chain forward. And then you have the one right after that you got to do a simple stitch in. And then you push your chain forward and work in that stitch right next to it and pull all the way through to where your chain stays in front. And that is all there is to it. And you can pull them up a little bit forward so that way they show a little bit more, or you can leave them loose and lax. But I like the aspect that they're giving. But remember, okay, so we're going to go push the chain forward with go behind the chain with your needle, push it forward, poke your needle through, and grab that bar right there. It's going to be a little slender bar. Yarn over, pull through the bar like you normally would a Tunisian simple stitch, and then you're going to pull through your chain. And and then the very next one you got to do a simple stitch, and then take your needle again, push the chain forward, or poke through the bottom of the gap of the chain, and just go to that little bar, pull up a loop, and pull it all the way through to where it's behind your chain, because that is what's keeping it forward. And then the very next bar you do a simple stitch, one more push forward, grab that bar, yarn over, and pull it through, and there you are. And then we just do the normal end. So you do the standard return pass, which is pull up, chain one, yarn over, and pull through two all the way down to the end. And there you are, folks. That is an old stitch. I will work a few more rows off camera, and then we'll talk about the closing, and we'll go from there. And I'll see y'all here in just a second. Alright, so I'm finishing up the return pass for the very last row before we do our close off. So what we're going to do is just do a normal return pass, which is pull up your loop, chain one, and then pull through two. And you're going to do that all the way down to the end. You only have one stitch left on your hook. Okay, we're coming up to the last few now. So the close off of this stitch, it's just going to be a normal, simple stitch, and then just slip it off. And you're going to do that all the way down the line. Make sure you're pulling up every simple stitch. And they're going to get a little tighter, start sinking a little bit, just because of the action we're doing. And of course, I like to do a little extra. So you'll cut your yarn and weave in your ends. But this is a stitch from 1890. It's called the Afghan knot stitch. I know there is already a Tunisian knot stitch, but it is done differently, and that video will follow this one. in the following week, so that way you can see the difference between the two, how they're made. But let me angle it so you can start seeing the knots, and you can just see the puffiness. It's almost like a bobble or a puff in a way, but it's made differently. But I do enjoy it. I do like it. And remember, if you can like and subscribe these videos, it'd be greatly appreciated. And leave me a comment. I will chit chat. And as always, folks, keep stitching.